What is going on, guys? Hope you guys had a happy new year. We're gonna start this new year off right. Welcome back to Run My Crypto. This is not financial advice. This is strictly healthy education. We're gonna talk today about internet computer and the charts and how they had overcome a strong pullback that hit the markets just recently, days ago. Why am I so bullish on internet computer as a project, and why is ICP internet computer up 330% in the last 90 days, and how high can internet computer go? We are going to uncover all this information in this video, so make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you guys watch all the way through to the end to get the fullness of what this video contains, guys. So here it is. Let's talk about internet computer and how they are powered by cryptography. Let's go. Let's get it, guys. All right, guys, first things first, we're going to talk about the charts. We need to understand why the charts look the way that they do. And, when you look back at internet computer and you look at the charts, when it first launched, it was looking like a pretty darn good project, right? So we knew that from the beginning state that internet computer was going to be super amazing, but then it got caught up in some nastiness with FTX and so on and so forth. Really not going to get into that because there's so many mystery details behind it. I don't know. But, if we look back historically at internet computers charts, this is basically what we see. All right, guys. So if we look at internet computers charts and then we go back and we zoom out from the initial launch, obviously there may be different discrepancies in the initial launch price value. But anyways, we look at this chart, and devastating chart. It looks, pretty horrible. But again, this was all driven by some issues with FTX and the way that they did the investing. And then also there was some allocation to tokens where people just essentially just dumped. Obviously, if you had, 1,000 of these internet computer tokens and you had a price come out of $428, that's 400 grand that obviously somebody is going to make off of literally nothing if they got the coins at less than a penny. So huge gains, and then they dumped it all out. And then from essentially 2021 to 2023, 2 years, you didn't see really no action on internet computer, but we just seen a huge downtrend. Now the unique thing about it is if we go to the past year, in 2023, we seen some of that come to an end. We seen internet computers charts come to an end where they went to about $3, and then boom, we seen a rocket up to about $14-15 for internet computer. Now it's interesting to note because once you start to really understand this project, internet computer, it's amazing that we've seen this grow so stagnant over time. But I think between 2021 and 2023, decentralized Web3 was really not on the forefront of cryptocurrency. And now that we know that Web3 is a really there's a demand for Web3 decentralization, we look at internet computer and we see that people are starting to realize the value of this project. And this is why we've seen some huge gains in this project. And there's a lot of value when it comes to internet computer, because if internet computer basically completes what their vision is, by the time that happens, this project is going to be worth thousands of dollars. It's inevitable. And let's get into some of the details why I think this is possible. We look at the charts and we know this is possible because the internet computer can see thousands of dollars because, looking at the charts, up 300% in the last 90 days, 330% to be exact, in the last 90 days. And when you see movements like that for something that has been stagnant for over 2 years, it's the thing is that, there's essentially value in this project and people are starting to understand it. So let's talk about some of that value that this project has. All right, guys, before we continue into internet computer, I want to ask you guys if you guys are really confident about the projects that you guys are invested in. If you guys have questions about the project you're invested in and you want to learn to become more of a savvy crypto investor and understand the whole problem solving behind cryptocurrency and understanding that utility tokens are the best, anything that could provide value for us in the future. And then not only that, to get constant updates of price targets, because I'm always reevaluating cryptocurrency projects, because it's all based on information. It's based on the hype that people put into it. It's based on a lot of different variables. And what I do is I put most of my effort and my time into trying to stay in tune, in alignment with the main cryptocurrency projects that are going to provide massive amounts of money. Just the other day, I posted about cryptocurrency coins that have already at over 300% profits in cryptocurrency right now for the past 90 days. So I have a list of those on my Patreon, the 10x squad, guys. So if you're really struggling with making sure that you have enough confidence in the cryptocurrency projects that you're invested in, if you want to learn how to create extra income, I do have another tool that you could use to provide more income by utilizing YouTube as a source of income. So the link is in the description. Let me know if you guys are interested. So if I were to essentially just scratch the surface on internet computer, right? So I want to look at what type of project, what is driving internet computer, and there's tons and tons of other additional information that I can share. But what I want to really point out is obviously the main focus of internet computer. And when I put internet computer and I try to give a definition of what it is, essentially we'll break it down like this. And this is, again, just scratching the surface. Internet computer runs on a wireless serverless cloud. And inside that cloud, we have the network nervous system, which is essentially a governance of canisters and nodes that all perform on a cycle inside internet computer system. So what the canisters do is they're created and generated to basically create smart contracts. And these smart contracts are basically anything as far as any type of transaction that is going to be put on an internet, right? So you could essentially, what these canisters can do is call out to bring in information. So they would call out, so you launch a canister, and in the canister you'll call out to creating an application for a swap, create an application for a social media platform, application for any type of utility that is done on a network. So you could essentially use canisters to run businesses, perform any type of transaction in the network space. Now, the interesting thing that internet computer has done is basically performed a task of building a network that can be utilized by any blockchain. And I think that this is where internet computer has essentially put their name in and founded, because obviously it's a computer modded system that basically built an internet on blockchain. Now, this is specifically what was needed for cryptocurrency, because being able to transact and run on this system, to be able to surf the web, create contracts, do business, I mean, sky is the limit. If you look at the cryptography portion of internet computer, it is essentially powered by cryptography, because what happened is that to build on internet computer, there is very easy applicable codes, systems that could be run to build on internet computer, like Python and a couple others, etc. But my thing is, what I'm trying to get at is that, we're basically dominating and shutting down Web 2, because bringing blockchain and bringing a network that only internet computer has done has basically took us to that Web 3 decentralized level. Now, this is why it is so important to understand the value, because with the canisters that internet computer has created, you could actually call into Bitcoin, run any type of application through Bitcoin, because what it is that the canister allows Bitcoin to come in, and the same with Ethereum. Ethereum could come into internet computer by the canisters calling out to Ethereum and Bitcoin. And basically this is done by cryptography, and the way that they built a system called chain key, right? So what chain key does is it's basically created through ECDSA signatures, where it allows and enables Bitcoin to open up, transact through this canister, and become operable inside internet computer. So the same is true with Ethereum. And also going forward, if you know how many cryptocurrencies sit on the layer 2 of Ethereum, Internet Computer is making a way for the layer 2s to also be able to share in this utility through the canisters, through the ECDSA signatures on Internet Computer. So imagine the scale of that. And people say, well, Internet Computer has an infinite supply and so on and so forth. But here's my point. I'm going to get to my point. So if we think about the utility behind cryptography and being able to bring not only decentralized applications, not only cryptocurrency tokens. Oh, now we look at Internet Computer as having a problem, right? So people say, well, there's an infinite supply of Internet Computer. So yeah, that could be a problem. But here's the balance, or here's the solution to that problem, is that Internet Computer designed, burning mechanisms that allow to burn Internet Computer when building or developing on Internet Computer. So any fees associated with building on Internet Computer, those tokens or fees are burned. So that's going to basically diminish the supply of Internet Computer. So you have that mechanism in place. Then you have whenever you put token allocation to a launchpad. So if you vote on a proposal in a new launchpad, in a new project in the launchpad, any of those Internet Computer tokens that are against voted on or utilized to vote on the launchpad, those are burned off. Then you figure you have the more developers and more users that come onto Internet Computer, because this is a main source of basically a worldwide web on the blockchain. You're going to get massive amounts of users that come in, and those tokens are that they're utilizing of Internet Computer are going to be essentially burned off. So I mean, over time, one, we have a huge project that's very similar to Ethereum, and the way that the supply was for Ethereum is exactly the same way, but we're having more cases where we could burn tokens of Internet Computer by just using the system and building on the system and being supportive of projects on Internet Computer. Now, in the big scale, the long scale, that we're going to come to a point where Internet Computer supply is going to become scarce, because now you're going to have millions and millions of users on Internet Computer. You're going to have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of developers building on Internet Computer, where it's going to be a fully operational web service. And here's the other thing too, is it's going to bring in different projects and different cryptocurrencies, where now you're going to be utilizing Internet Computer tokens to create transactions through layer 2s from Ethereum, and then who knows to how far it could scale out to. Now, the type of burning mechanisms that Internet Computer put in place is definitely going to create a scarcity, because that is going to create that fine balance between having a amount of Internet Computer tokens that could essentially necessarily have to be burned off whenever they release new tokens into the project. And at some point in the future, you look at something like Ethereum that took decades to get to a couple thousand, 4,000 tops. Here's the thing, Internet Computer is actually going to end up doing the same thing in a decade. I could see it being at $4,000, $5,000 after this bull run, and seeing how high we could go, and then going into the next bull run. Who knows where we'll be at that point. So what I'm saying is, I think in the matter of 4 to 8 years, we could see Internet Computer do prices like Ethereum, instead of being 10 to 11, 12 years for something like Ethereum. So I think we could get there with Internet Computer in half the time, to see the $4,000 prices and so on and so forth. So being that Internet Computer is powered by cryptography, they're going to continue scaling out. They're going to continue doing more things that's going to create more value for the project as a whole. All right, guys, to close this out, we're going to look at Internet Computer and what the actual price prediction looks like. So, in the past 90 days, I've seen Internet Computer basically do about 330% in the past 90 days. So we're looking at like a 4.4 rally. And we're not even in the bull run yet, guys. We're not even in the bull run. So I started to look out, and I just it's crazy because, I don't never want to put a, unrealistic number on a project, but, people say I'm crazy when I say the internet computer could reach that $500 valuation in this bull run. So a couple facts that I really need to, help you guys be mindful of is that, we're in a premature rally that's hasn't really happened in cryptocurrency. So, I mean, historically, we look back and I don't think we've ever seen this type of performance prior to a Bitcoin halving. So, I mean, 3 months prior to a Bitcoin halving, we're up about 300%. Some projects are even up a lot more in the past 90 days. So, we're seeing a lot of bullish momentum, a bullish price action that we haven't seen in previous bull runs. So, with that being said, taking into consideration what I've seen from Internet Computer, I'm looking at, before even hitting this Bitcoin halving, I think that will be an opportunity for us to be near $80 to $100 in the next 3 months, 90 days, somewhere around 3,500% up for Internet Computer. This is going back to that price of $3.07. So, past 90 days is going to be my starting point. So that $3.07 mark is where I evaluate, because that's where I got in personally. But now the thing is that, understanding, how the markets are moving and what type of price action is affected to what cryptocurrency projects. And there's a trend, you follow the trend. So you really got to look at what's going on with cryptocurrency projects. I mean, we've seen a pump, we've seen a huge pullback. Internet Computer hit that pullback and then rebounded right real quick in less than, a couple hours or an hour or so. Back to its original state. So, there's a lot of power in Internet Computer. So, my price prediction is still going to stay $500 value for, the peak of the bull run for Internet Computer. But I honestly, I think we could see 3,000 to 5,000% gains in the next 3 to 6 months, 3 to 9 months. That's what I believe that we're going to see in Internet Computer, because this project is so powerful. And I believe that there's going to be so much adoption coming into this project. Many users, many developers, and many other cryptocurrencies that are going to be built into that chain key technology using the ECDSA signatures. So every compatible cryptocurrency that could use that signature, I believe, will be, little by little connected to Internet Computer. And then you have Singularity Network that's connected to Internet Computer. So a lot of positive information. There's so much more behind technology, behind Internet Computer. I mean, it would probably take, maybe 50, 60 videos to cover, from beginning to end of what type of technology Internet Computer has. So I'm just here for, the investors, the community, to give you an understanding of how, and then just as scratching the surface to give you an idea of the value of Internet Computer. So I hope you guys liked this video. I hope you guys got something out of this. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, guys. If you really want to keep doing the same thing, then just keep watching videos. But if you want to change your mentality, your lifestyle, build some revenue for yourself, passive income, some, how to create, YouTube content, hit that Patreon. Link is in the description, 10X Squad, because I'm going to 10X your life. I'm here to help you guys change every aspect of your life and make sure that you guys don't continue doing the same thing over and over again, because we all know what is that. It's insanity. So hope you guys enjoyed this one, guys. Take care. God bless. And I'll see you guys on the next one.